Good morning, folks. Um, well, I got the Stator in the mail, and hope everybody's doing well. Um, so it's been a while since I pulled the inner and primary out of a soft shovel head. Too many things running around in my little brain. But yeah, that was lucky I have pullers because, well, you have to pull this off. But it's snug, but I got it off. And then behind there is the washer, if I remember. Yep. And then that you have to have a 3-fingered puller to pull off. It's not like the new ones where you can hook it, pull it off. Yeah, they must have made those splines very precise in there. And it's, well, I wish I had showed it before I put it in, but I wanted to go get something to have some breakfast. It was like 2-piece with brass screws, machine screws that hold the inner and outer that pinch each magnet. So I thought that was pretty neat. I'm sure, yeah, they figured out when they just go ahead and just glue it all, magnets inside there, it was a lot cheaper. But I thought that was pretty neat for 1970. I'm sure that changed by the time it got to the mid-70s. But, very mechanical or solid and theoretically will last. Yeah, I put in you can see I got that down there. That's got some kind of different end on it, so I got to look for another voltage regulator. That could be 80 and up, I'm not sure. I just happen to have it, but when I found I got those pins, it's going to be different for sure. So I went ahead and did that. The inner primary, it took a fair amount of cleaning. I mean, unless I take the motor and everything out, and I'm not going to do that. I just clean the major part of the dirt off. It's got a nice chain on it, O-ring chain. Got the starter out, and yeah, you got to use one of those to pull it off. Lucky I got a couple of old ones, and everything's laying here on the tray. Everything was pretty good here, except I noticed one rivet. I don't think one rivet's going to hurt anything. I don't think I've got any replacement rivets. I got rivets, but I don't have anything like that, and that looks pretty good there, the backing or the material. And that was that rivet that I found in the bottom there, a little brass rivet. I thought it may have come off of something in there because I didn't know what I was going to find in there, but it was just, like I say, I wish I would have started the video and shown that because it was really neat. I mean, it was precisely made, with brass machine screws and the magnets held in place by an inner and an outer ring. And it was kind of neat. Now, this is the one I took out. I mean, once I got it out, I did have continuity between these two and these two. So it might have been the regulator, but I don't know. That's the original one. But those are like 16 amp, and I think by 75 they went to maybe 30 amp or something. I know they got up to 30 on the Evos. But yeah, you got to take the starter out and stuff. And it's kind of a Rubik's Cube, I should be able to get the nuts back on the 2 studs that stick out. You got to thread the shaft through the hole there. So I have plenty of oil on that gear, because the gear down at the bottom, oops, where are you at? Down there. Down at the bottom that's where the gear for the starter is, and then it spins a whole bunch, and then it, of course, comes through a shaft and works the Bendix, and then starts on the gear on the right there on that gear. And somebody painted the inner primary black, so I put some cleaning to it. I saved the gas that came out of it. That's the gas that came out of it. It's brown, but it washes stuff. I got 2 of them. So, good cleaning stuff. I got some of that stuff you put on in carburetors, that Berryman or something. I got a can of it the other day, but I'll save that for carburetors. But yeah, I put some strip on it. Ready strip. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I had some real black paint on it and stuff. And I think they may have done part of the motor too. I'm not sure. But I don't know back then if the cases were black or not. I'm not sure. Probably not. But I made sure the pin was good in there, put some grease on it and everything, and clean stuff. I use a can or 2 of carb or brake cleaner. Let's see, so yeah, it's about, oh yeah, where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. I must have stuck it somewhere else. But yeah, it's a whole gallon of dip stuff that you can dip. You know, it comes with a strainer inside. So I thought I'd save that. Started to look through here to maybe change for the regulator. I thought I might have had an end in there somewhere, but I don't think so. So, and then this one here, I mean, I adjusted it up 4 turns because it's got the quickie push rods and still was tight after an hour. So what I'm going to do, you know, these are all used parts and things. I measured the stock push rods, and then I wrote it down here. Yeah, the stock push rods for the rear exhaust is 11.210 and so on. Intakes and exhaust, of course, your front exhaust is the longest rod. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take those out and measure and then go ahead and see how many threads are actually exposed for those amount of inches, 11 or so inches. And then I'll put it in there and set it that way, you know. Because I don't know if there's, they say you get perceptible play, then you turn it down the 4 turns because it's 32 threads per inch. Different manufacturers, they got 24 threads and so on. So you usually put it down. It's halfway in between, all the way to the bottom and all the way to the top of the tappet. You know, so I think I'll do it that way, and then put the other set in. I still have to tighten it up at the back and shim the front if needed. So that's what I was tinkering with this morning, is the other bike, the shovel head. So, well, I'll catch you guys later, and hope you have a great week. And it's supposed to be warm here. Got kind of cold last few days, but it's got warm. Well, I'll catch you later. Peace. And let's see, anything else? Just hi to everybody else, all the folks that watch, and see you later. Bye-bye.